So in a bar, there's a lot of things you can look for. And when you walk into a bar or in a social situation, people are at bars, they know it's okay. They know that other people have the intention that they're going to walk up to you. So it's like in the street, it's a little bit different because people don't assume that you're randomly going to get hit on. But in a bar, people know that it's possible that some guy or some girl may walk up to them and try to strike a conversation. There's a lot of information you could essentially get from observing people in a bar. So one of the things you should look for is orientation, right? And orientation is demonstrated by the torso and the feet. So people tend to point their feet towards the people that are most interesting. So it's a cool thing. You can go look in a bar and you can look for try to find the most engaging person. And one of the ways you can do this is by just looking at whose feet are directed towards that person. So all of a sudden 5 people are faced towards one person, I guarantee you he or she's saying something interesting. The second thing you're gonna wanna pay attention to is, alcohol consumption is also cool, because as people drink more and more alcohol, their nonverbals tend to get a little bit different. So it's sometimes a little bit harder to read people's nonverbals, harder and easier, and this is why. Because alcohol disrupts things, and it has 2 effects. Alcohol, it can disrupt behavior and make you sluggish, which could modify your nonverbals, but it also makes you less likely to hide things. So you're not so conscious, you're not so, you're not modifying your behavior, so you become a little bit more natural, which is kind of interesting. So you could kind of see some truthfulness in people's communication. Another way to read body language at a bar is to not make it seem like you're reading body language in a bar. You don't want to be that creepy person in the corner that just stares at everybody. I spent hours upon hours watching people in bars and dates and situations, but one of the ways I was effective in doing it was I watched them through my peripheral. I didn't just stare at them. You don't want to be that creepy person in the corner of the bar. But bars are great environments to observe human behavior, and the reason why they're so good is because everybody's just so concerned with themselves and the people that they're talking to, they forget about their surroundings. So you're a lot more likely to be like all of a sudden at work, somebody's staring at you over and over again. You can identify it then. In a bar, it's going to be a lot harder to do. So they're good grounds for observing human behavior.